Hey guys, hope everyone is doing good in life. In the previous video, I gave you an introduction about UPSC exam, its eligibility conditions and other things. In this video, we'll be seeing the syllabus, which is the first and the most important step in the UPSC preparation. So let's get started. This is the syllabus for preliminary exam. It consists of paper 1 and paper 2. Paper 1 is general studies and paper 2 is aptitude test. Paper 1 consists of 100 questions and each question carries 2 marks. So total marks will be 200 marks and you have to write it for 2 hours. Paper 2 consists of 80 questions and total mark will be 200 and you have to write it for 2 hours. So you have to get at least 33% marks in paper 2, which is you have to qualify the paper 2. You don't have to score more or you can't boost anything. You just have to qualify it. So your scoring area will be paper 1. For paper 1, you have to score well and you have to very wise in this because there is a negative mark scheming. For every wrong, you will have a negative marking of 0.33. Now let us move to the syllabus. What syllabus is? First part is current events of national and international importance. So you have to, it is current affairs basically. You have to read it from various sources. So most prescribed source will be Hindu newspaper, Indian Express, and various magazines. So in our upcoming videos, I'll be explaining all those things, how to read a newspaper and from where to fetch all these data and stats. So in the upcoming videos, we'll discuss all those things. And history of India and Indian national movement. It is basically history of India. Indian and world geography, physical, social, economic geography of India and the world. It is basically geography, which we read from our 6th standard. Indian polity and governance, constitution, political system, panchayati raj, public policy, rights issues, etc. It is polity. Economic and social development, sustainable development, poverty, inclusion, demographics, social sector initiatives, etc. It is basically the economics and general issues on environment, ecology, biodiversity, and climate change. It is environment and climate change and general science. General science is basically science and technology, where we read about the recent launches of rocket launches, satellites, and the weaponry system, our defense, all those things. Paper 2 is basically comprehension, logical reasoning, and quantitative aptitude. Nothing more than that. Since it is qualifying nature, you just have to qualify. So you don't have to work really hard for this. So it is basic level, 10th level max will be there, and reading comprehension. So once you start reading a lot of, since we are preparing for UPSC, we have to read a lot of articles. We have to read a lot of articles actually. So it will be helpful for that. That will be more than sufficient. All right. So now let us move on to UPSC main syllabus. Okay, before syllabus, I'll tell you what UPSC mains is. So UPSC mains has these following papers. Paper A, paper B. These are of qualifying papers. You have to qualify it. And it is, paper A will be of official language, which is described in the 8th schedule of the Constitution. So we have around 22 languages. From those languages, we'll choose a language. So usually people choose Hindi or regional languages. So we can't choose every regional languages. There will be a list of 22, which most probably be covering everything. And paper B will be English. So paper B, English is also like you have to qualify it. So I think around 25% of minimum marks, that is of total marks, you have to get it to qualify this. And these are the papers which are counted for merit. So paper 1 is essay and the total marks is 250 marks. I'll provide you with a sample essay question paper in the end of the video, or else I'll put it in the description. And paper 2 is general studies 1, so we have to say GS1. GS1 also carries total marks is 250 marks, and it has Indian heritage and culture, history and geography of the world and society. And paper 3, which is general studies 2, governance, constitution, polity, social justice and international relations. So it also is for 250 marks. GS3 is technology, economic development, biodiversity, environment, security and disaster management, 250 marks. Paper 4, paper 5 and GS4, ethics and integrity and aptitude. It is basically about the ethical values and moral values which which an IAS officer or any officer should have. So basically it is to test that. And we have optional subject. So we'll have paper 1 and paper 2 in our optional subject. Each carries 250 marks. So I'll show you the list of optionals which are there. So total marks, that is written marks, will be for 1750 marks. It is the total mark. And we have a personality test score of 275. So average score will be around 150 to 160, that is average score. And people get about 200 also. It depends. So in upcoming videos, I'll be showing you some marks, like mark sheets of the toppers. So we'll get an idea how marks actually really, how like people are getting marks, how much marks they are getting. So grand total is 2025 marks. All right. So as I said, you have to get 25% marks in our Indian language and 25% in English for qualifying that. It is of qualifying nature. Qualifying nature means once you qualify, then only your other papers will be corrected once you qualify this category. If you don't cross this category, your paper won't be corrected. All right. So this is the language which I was talking about. These are the languages which were mentioned, the 22 languages in which you have to write the paper A, and it is also a qualifying nature. And these are the list of optional subjects. So I have highlighted the most common optional subjects which usually people used to take: agriculture, anthropology, economics, geography, history, law, medical science, political science and international relations, psychology, public administration, and sociology. And literature also, people are like, they are also taking literature as an optional nowadays. And optional, unique thing about optional is these are your score booster for your mains exam. If you are able to get more than 300 in both paper 1 paper 2, then it is really a good chances of you getting into the final list. And these are the general instructions, and these instructions are available in the UPSC website. This PDF is available, and I'll put the PDF in description. So the people who are very meticulous about everything, they can read it. But I have already told most of the things, so there's nothing more away from that. And it's all about how interview will be. And in the upcoming videos, I'll be explaining each and everything about interview, about mains, answer writing. So we'll have videos on that, so you don't have to worry anything about it. And yeah, paper A, paper B. Uh, this is the pattern: comprehension of given passages, pre writing, usage and vocabulary, short essays. And since it's a qualifying nature, it's normally for people who are like not very familiar with their languages. So they can, best option will be reading a newspaper, regional language or the language which they are opting, reading a newspaper, writing something from that, the technical words, for those technical words. So we'll have videos on that, so I'll explain everything. You don't have to worry for anything. Okay, paper 1 is essay paper. So you'll be given 2 topics and you have to write essay on that. It will be for 250 marks. Paper essay paper is also scoring. So these are some scoring areas. Optional paper 1, and further I'll tell you more. And this is paper 2, which is general studies 1, Indian heritage and culture, history and geography of the world and society. And see, you can see that there's a lot of stuff here. Like we have a lot of headings. So this is part of the syllabus. This is the main heading: Indian heritage and culture, history and geography of the world. And it is the subheadings. These are the minute parts of that syllabus. So I have a technique for this. I'll tell you later. I'll just show you the syllabus on the overview, and I have a technique for this, how to relate this syllabus with current affairs and with whatever you study. So I'll tell you that technique also. It is very useful, and it will be very useful actually. And yeah, so this is paper 3, which is GS2, governance, constitution, polity, social justice and international relations. I'll provide you with the PDF. You just go through the each and every what is written there, and we'll tell you more about this. So this is the syllabus for paper 2, GS2, and this is GS3, technology, economic development, biodiversity, environment security and disaster management. So this is for that. And paper 4, as I already mentioned, it's ethics and integrity, and you'll have ethics and human interface, attitude, and other moral values. So civil services values and all those things. Okay. So you'll have a question: why this much of syllabus? Why this is so vast? thing is the job profile of this exam, the candidates who get selected, they are selected for an IAS officer or any administrative work. The job profile is administrative work. So will have pile of files, you'll have lot of work. For that, you'll be dealing with lot of diverse type of problems and diverse type of issues and everything. So for that, your mindset should also be diverse. So that is one of the reason why there is a diversity in the syllabus, and that is the reason you have to read a lot. And the main key for cracking this exam, one of the main key is you should know how to relate everything with contemporary scenarios, with your studies, and with things which is happening around you. For example, land reforms in India. Let's take this an example, land reforms in India. So this is a part of syllabus. Okay. So what are the land reforms in India? So when it goes to history, we have permanent settlement tax and we have zamindari abolition and all those things. So when it comes to contemporary, you just relate it with your real-time examples. For example, a land issue or any land dispute uh, nearby your place, or in a large scale when we talk about nation, the recent Babri Masjid land dispute, that also comes under this land reforms. So this is how you have to relate all these things. You should know the art of relating things with your surrounding, with the nation and with everything. And in the upcoming videos I will also tell how to do that. As I mentioned earlier, syllabus is the most important step in the UPSC preparation. So I would suggest you to take a printout of the syllabus, especially the main syllabus. You should carry it with you always. You should know what to read and what not to read, and you should know how to relate it. Whatever you're reading, you should know how to relate it with the syllabus. So that is the reason I am asking you to carry your syllabus always. You should have a habit of having that. And in the next video, I'll be explaining about the services. I'll give you a detailed overview about what the service is, the hierarchy, salary package, lifestyle of an officer. So please subscribe to my channel and please don't forget to hit the bell icon. Thank you. Have a great time.